Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, early learners. It's me, Mrs. Read-Wright, welcoming you back to the art room. Remember that the art room is a place where we look at art, we talk about art, and we create art, and we meet famous artists. And I would like for you to say 1, 2, 3, say hi to me this morning. Ready? 1, 2, 3, say hi to me. Hi, Mrs. Read-Wright. Hello, Mrs. Read-Wright. How'd you do, Mrs. Read-Wright? And I have my 2 names here to sing about when we sing our We're Glad to See You Here song. And here's how it goes. We're glad to see you here. It gives us joy and cheer. Sure, it's true, we say to you. We're glad to see you here. Chloe and Clayton are here. It gives us joy and cheer. Sure, it's true, we say to you, we're glad to see you here. So glad everyone's back. Oh, red, orange, yellow. Tomorrow, I'll do my green names back into my pocket. Go the names. Boys and girls, remember who we've been meeting and talking about this week? It's Yayoi Kusama. And we learned that when she was a little girl and grew up on a pumpkin farm, with her grandparents, and she began to love pumpkins, and she wanted pumpkins in her art, and she also thought dots were so interesting, and she even talked about the earth being a tiny dot in a giant cosmos. And so she wanted us all to know we're not so big, we're just small. Here she is as a grown-up. Here she is as a young woman when she moved to the United States. Now, she belonged to an art group, and they invited her to show her art on the lawn in front of their museum. She had 1,500 silver balls, and they were kind of a cross between a balloon and a ball. They were made out of vinyl, and she had them spread out, but they were shiny like a mirror. You could pick it up and see your own face in there. The reflection was like a mirror. And she thought people spent a lot of time looking at themselves, and she kind of made fun of people wanting to look at themselves all the time. So she said, I'm going to take apart my art and sell them to people who come to my art show. So she stood out there and sold them until the people in charge of the art show said, you're selling your art like they're hot dogs down at the beach. You're selling them like you're an ice cream man. They said, you can't do that anymore. So she said, oh, well, all right. And you see her holding that one? Well, she got very interested in mirrors then, because she found out if you hold a mirror and put 2 together, anything in front of it makes lots of images or a picture of the same thing over and over again. Now, this art show happens still, but only on the odd years. Do you know what odd numbers are? Let me bring up my 10 frame. You can learn about odd numbers you'll never forget after I show you how an odd number works. 1 is an odd number because it does not have a partner. But 2, 1, 2, they have partners, so they're an even. They're an even number. What happens when I put 3? 1, 2, 3. Odd. Doesn't have a partner. What happens now? Even. As I said it, I want you to call out odd or even, odd or even. Hey, it's a pattern. Odd, even, odd, even. Let's try it. Even, even. What happens when I move this up? Say it. Odd. Because he doesn't have a partner. Let's put his partner, and what does it make? Even. What about when I do this one? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is an odd number. What happens when I put number 8? Call out? Even. What happens when I put 9? No partner. Odd. And what happens when I put number 10? That's right, even. Will you remember that? Odd numbers don't have a partner. Even do. Let me set this aside because we need to start our infinity web. Now let's take a look at Yayoi. Let's sing our song about her, and then we'll look down at this pumpkin down here. Ready? Yayoi, Yayoi Kusama, princess of polka dots. Pumpkins, dotted pumpkins, ones that will never rot. All right, let's take a look at this. This is a pumpkin much like we started yesterday. I have my yellow pumpkin with the stem and the dots, and that is her pumpkin. Remember I told you when she first met Georgia O'Keeffe, and she saw that Georgia O'Keeffe had her art hang off the paper. Well, she did that with this one down here. Today we're going to do the infinity web. Now, infinity is something that never ends. It keeps going, never ends. So she thought if you made an infinity web on the background of your art, it would make it an interesting kind of frame all by itself. You would never even need to frame it if you didn't want to. Now she used only triangles in this infinity web. I kind of found it hard to do just triangles, but you want to keep them smallish. I'm going to show you. So take a look as I undo my permanent pen again. I like to start in the corner. It seems to be a little easier for me. Now I'm just going to start out. I think I will make kind of a triangle here, but I don't just leave it, I color it in. So I color in, oh, I went out of the lines a little. All I have to do is go back up and color over it and make it get in there. I might have to use a bigger pen because this little one is going to take me forever. Now the line I put next to it, I do this with it. I leave a little rim of yellow around it along the edge and in between. Oh, I still have dirt in my fingers from when we planted the pumpkin. How'd that happen? Don't think my fingernails are dirty, folks. It's from my gardening. I'm going to use a bigger pen. This one's brand new. It's so good. I'll go back to it, but this one I think is a goodie. I'm making my infinity web, and you know a web is like a spider web. So I'm going to draw the line next to this and make it into a triangle. If triangles are hard for you and you just want to make a different shape, that's okay too. My triangle gets near the edge. I'm going to show you how I teach children who don't know how to make a triangle how to make one. I'll put a dot here, and a dot somewhere else, like there. Then I connect them. Connect, 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 and color it in. I hope those of you who are drawing are having a good time with this. I wonder how much fun it is for people who aren't getting to draw. Now, what did I say I did? I put 3 dots, one next to this, one next to this, and one somewhere else. And I draw the line and connect it. I connect it and connect it, and then I color it in. Does it look like I'm going to finish this today? Maybe not. You know how I do the projects, and I think, will I get it finished? No, but if I don't, I can finish it tonight and work on it another time. But tomorrow, we're going to be starting a different project, so it will be something that you know how to do, but we're going to do it with white paper this time. I'm making all of these with just a skinny outside. It's like each one has its own little frame of yellow. If you make a mistake and make it touch, it still will look all right, but I want you to know I am being careful not to touch any other black line. Well, that's a long, skinny one. I'm going to do dot and dot and a dot somewhere else. Down, down, and touch it. Fill it in with my black pen. You know, if your hand gets tired, you just put the pen down, put the lid on, and just shake out your hands, because you don't want your hands to get so tired that this doesn't turn out to be something you enjoy doing, because I like to enjoy myself. And if art isn't fun to me, I think, well, I won't do that project again. But I think it's looking beautiful. Oh, it is looking beautiful. I'm looking at it upside down. I wasn't sure if it was beautiful, but when I looked up, I saw that it is really filling in so nicely. How's yours coming along? Did you choose to do triangles also? Or did you decide that you would make it squares? Or I don't think circles would work out very well, because then it would make you think it was a polka dot. And you already have enough polka dots on your big old pumpkin. Ooh, I got really close to my pumpkin there, I think because I was talking while I was drawing. I'm going to make a tiny little triangle there. Put the smaller one here. If I could make them all big, I don't think it would be very interesting. And you know I like interesting and fancy. Oh, I'm just thinking it's looking so good. This is a big project. Is everyone working on theirs? I hope this is a fun one, because we're doing something similar, but then I have a magic thing to do on Friday. On Friday, you'll bring some watercolor pens, or markers, people call them, and the markers are going to do some magic with the foil. I hope you remember when I told you get some foil for Friday. Oh, I'm just making it around, even just a fourth of my artwork. I'm going to have to work on this another day. But I see that it's filling in nicely, so I am happy with this. Do you notice how great it looks? It's filling in so beautifully. I think I'll try and do a little bit in here, and then we'll sing our goodbye song and come back tomorrow to get ready to do a white one. And we will be able to put the magic to it on Friday. But Thursday, we are going to do a similar thing. So bring your black pen and some white paper. And you know it makes it better if the paper's a little harder than typewriter paper or some paper that you might just have hanging around your house. Yep, I made it all the way around the top part. Oh, and I made one that wasn't a triangle, but it still looks good. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to put the lid on my pen, and we are going to sing our goodbye song. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Now, I want you to see one more thing of her polka dot outfit. I put my polka dots on my outfit. Look for it tomorrow. Boys and girls, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for